When buying securities, many investors are interested in yield. Yield is your anticipated return on an investment. When comparing investments, there are a number of different parameters and even different types of yield calculations you can look at. But you need to have a common measure to make sure you're comparing apples to apples. A simple common measure you can calculate as a starting point is current yield. Current yield is a simple formula derived by taking the income expected from the investment and dividing it by the current price of the security. For instance, if you buy a 20-year bond with a face value of $1,000 and a 3.5% coupon, you will earn $35 income annually. Let's say the bond is purchased at a discount, and the price of the bond is $960 instead of the full $1,000. If we divide the anticipated annual payment by the current price, that gives us a current yield of 3.64%. The current yield gives you a quick and easy way that you can use to determine whether the bond fits into the realm of your possible investment decisions. However, we can get a more accurate idea of a bond's yield by using a more robust formula called yield to maturity. Yield to maturity takes into account the semi-annual income stream, which is received from a bond investment over the life of the bond, and then takes into account the full face value that you would expect to receive at maturity. Remember in the previous example, you bought the bond at a discount of $960, but you would expect to receive $1,000 at maturity. So there's an extra $40 we need to take into account. You would also expect to receive the $35 annual coupon payment for 20 years, not just once. At the end of the life of that bond, you will receive that extra $40 on top of what you paid for it, so it adds a little bit to the yield. The calculation is far more complex, but you can see that in this particular case, the yield to maturity comes out to about 3.79%, which is greater than the current yield we calculated before. Yield applies to a lot of different markets. It can be a good measure and a starting point to weigh different investment possibilities. Current yield is typically used more in the equities market when we are talking about income from a dividend and the price of a stock. In the context of the bond market, most often we will be talking about yield to maturity to account for regular coupon payments and the potential difference between the bond's price and face value. If you have questions about investing or interested in opening a Zions Direct account, give us a call at 800-524-8875. And to see more videos like this, subscribe to the Zions Direct YouTube channel.